We're going to hunt down our Ruly Bannermen. Or unruly Bannermen, should I say. You're my sister-in-law. We can unfortunately not join your wars at this time, son of a bitch. So we've lost the support of the North since Benjen died. Unfortunately. Still can't believe my fucking brother died. Died in battle against King Stefan of the Iron Throne. That fucking bastard. I've captured the rebellious lord of mine. You'd think now that he's imprisoned, he'd, you know, not be my enemy anymore. I think the Reachmen have got that battle covered. Especially if some of those Ironborn split off and help him. Okay, another bunch of Reachmen showed up to help. Good. That's the Vale's troops dead. Interestingly, I don't believe the Riverlands or the Westerlands have come to assist them yet. Attacking Lady Prime. The Riverlands and North are fighting over the Westerlands, while the King is getting his ass kicked. I think we've got this quite easily in the bag. Yep, victory is ours. Let's kill those guys. I want to take King's Landing as well, see if I can't capture any of his bloody... He rose against me in my hour of need. I'm not, letting you get away with that, mate. But we'll take King's Landing, see if I can capture any of his kids, and then, let's see what happens from there. I think I got a bunch of Reachmen with me. No, it's Dornish with me at King's Landing as well. Search the dangers at once. He's got Lysa Tyrell, my cousin there. Release all prisoners. And, yeah, my lord, the leader is not here, but we can, however, capture everyone that is related to him. Okay, time for some executions. And you got Renly, who is the Lord of the Stormlands. Now, I'm thinking, Renly has a very strong claim to the Stormlands and might be a problem later on, so I'm gonna right now and just deal with him. This is a swift wave of vengeance. This is Robert's kid. Yeah, we're going to get rid of the Baratheons. The Baratheons are the enemies of House Targaryen, so we're going to execute them all. Actually, we're not evil, like, to that level. I don't think we'll execute the women. And the Stormlander's not particularly any relation to me. His queen we will execute. Is it really her fault? Does he actually have a son, is what I'm wondering. Yeah, he does. He does have a son. We just didn't fucking... He's in the Dragon's Great. In Griffin's... Wait, what? Now, part of me wants to execute him to avenge. If I had the prince imprisoned, then we'd do that, but... Good for them. Now, we'll just... I won't execute the girls, it's just kind of... So Dantas of the King's Word has been transferred to me. Yeah. Renly Baratheon was executed by Lord Paramount John of the Stormlands. Pete Storm is a bastard, doesn't really have too much in the way of any claims. Stannis Baratheon's still alive, doesn't have any sons though. And he's going to be dead soon. Alright, anyway. We won this quite fucking easily. They had the Vale. I was slightly worried that the Riverlands and the Westerlands would rise against us, and then it would have been a hell of a lot harder fight. But they took the opportunity to fight among themselves, which is fine, I suppose. Well, enforce their demands. Lord Commander, yeah, Aegon, the king will love me, pretty much. Abdicates to Rhaegar Targaryen. Yeah, Commander of King's Landing, I guess. And Aegon gains the Kingdom of the Iron Throne. Yes. Stormland the War for Aegon. Commander Aegon's claim on the Iron Throne has ended. Lord Paramount John of the Stormlands won. It's declared war of thingamajig impotence. Yeah, there will be a few independent douchebags that pop up around the place, I imagine. All hail His Grace, King Aegon of the House Targaryen, King of the Andals of the R'hllor, and the First Man, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms, and Protector of the Realm. Long live the King! And my fucking aunt, who is the Queen of the Iron Throne. To the noble Lord Paramount John, you should be happy to know that I, King Aegon, will be holding a coronation ceremony in the Great Sept of the Faith in honour with you my blessing the Holy Septons. You receive the honour to be attended to the ceremony, which will be held in Dragonstone. Your most holy Lord and Liege, King Aegon. I'll write to him that I will attend, yes. Press my claim, yay. I don't have control of the city, King's Landing, do I? No. Request an audience with you. Upon her meeting before the court, she's offering to pay the ransom for her release personally. Stefan the Unworthy was executed by King Aegon. She has no claim. I'll accept. Probably the Throne's clause have been released. Sir Tober the Kingsguard has been imprisoned. Stephen Baratheon was executed by King Aegon. I'm Lord of King's Landing. I believe Lady Roma has been in your custody too long. Lyanna Stark wants her release. It is her daughter. I accept your offer. He was executed by King Aegon. And he wasn't a real... we assume he wasn't a real Baratheon. Well, no, we did check, didn't we? So, yes. Who do we still have as our prisoners? I'll leave it kind of in the background for a bit. We have a Baratheon girl as our prisoner, who has a strong claim to the Stormlands. We'll release the Lord Commander of the. Actually, we'll ransom the Lord Commander of the Kingsguard. So Dontos Bywater. We'll free him since we can't do him. King of the Iron Throne. In the name of the Father, I, King Aegon, of the House Targaryen, promise, pledge, blah, 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 blah. All hail King Aegon. Yeah, we know. We were the ones who put him there. We know, alright? I accept paying... Yeah, he paid his own ransom. We've only got 2 prisoners now. We'll let the Baratheon girls go. They have no claim to anything major, so... If I let them go, they may be less inclined to rise up against me later on. I'm heir to the Lordship of Thornton. Okay. Now and all, my brother. You're so awesome. Lord Benjen of the Stormlands now. I'm married to a Stark, coincidentally. No. Stillborn. Damn it all. I deal with this stupid little uprising that they got going down over here anyway. Well, damn me. Damn it all, damn it all. Decline the ransom of Sir Turret has been released from King Aegon's dungeons. Yeah, he's been let go. But we've done it, guys! Oop. What's that? What does he own that's rightfully mine? Sure, I'm sure he'll give it to me. He likes me, right? He had those, did he? I didn't even notice. I find it funny the Stormlands and everything got I thought I gave him a title there for a second. But no, we have achieved what we came out to achieve, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure if we'll continue or not. If not, then we'll jump ahead a few years and see where he's still at, if he's still healthy and happy as Lord Paramount and whatnot. But yeah, we've set out to achieve what we've achieved. We've got the Targaryens back on the throne and put Aegon's son back where he belongs. married to my aunt as well. So his son, Rhaegar II, will eventually take the throne. Yep, what do we got here? Yep, and that's our alliance with the Reach secured. Not that we already aren't really allied with them anyway. But yeah, like I said, we're not pinning for kingship or anything of Westeros or whatnot. I'm entirely just happy. Our goal was get the Targaryens back on the Iron Throne, and we have achieved this. A lot easier than I thought it was going to be honest. It would have been a lot more challenging if the Riverlands and the Westerlands had risen up against us. But they just sort of rose up against themselves and started fighting over land while the king was busy. But yes, that is pretty much the end of the Baratheon line, to be honest. Unless Stannis has a son before he dies, which is unlikely, to be honest. Who's he tutoring? Deleth Targaryen. Yeah. Yeah, the North is causing mischief. Hopefully that won't last too long. But yeah, guys, that's all for now. We'll leave this here, and there'll probably be like a 1-minute segment after this. If this is the end of the series, we'll jump ahead like 10 years, just to show you guys what happens and, you know, if anything interesting happens or whatnot, just sort of to wrap up the series. So yeah, thank you for watching. That's all for now. Soul out. Hey guys, we've got some grim news today. Fucking Prince Rhaegar rose against his father in an attempt to overthrow him from the Iron Throne. Now, during the ensuing battle, where the prince's forces were vastly outnumbered by my 7,000 or so men that I sent from Storm's End myself to assist the king was killed by his own uncle, Prince Viserys, who's insane, and for some reason hasn't got the Kingslayer train, even though he killed his own fucking nephew, or whatever the hell he would be. Yeah, it would be, wouldn't he? Yeah, he was killed by his own uncle. And rather than Rhaegar inheriting the Iron Throne, his daughters inherit the Iron Throne, and the one that I was supposed to marry, my brother was supposed to marry Queen Thingamajig. Not actually her real name. But, yeah, that's the one she was supposed to marry. Supposed to marry Doran, and she's married the Rhaegar. So Rhaegar's now going to inherit. He wanted to inherit quicker. It's not much like his namesake, I don't think. But we remain loyal to the Targaryens, even if they decide to fight among themselves for no good reason. I managed to get a few better traits as well. I got rid of some of the crappier ones. I don't know why, but Dragonstone is classed as a republic now for some reason or some shit. He's Magister Rhaegar. Queen on the Iron Throne. Was crowned by His Holiness. Yeah, we know. She likes me well enough, at least. But there you go. All hail King Rhaegar, I suppose. I mean, Aegon had a very short rule. I mean, I don't even think more than a year passed before his son rose up against him. He would have lost, big time. He would have just got his ass kicked. But he managed to... He didn't kill his own father, but his uncle killed him. No, I'm doing family tree in my head, kind of thing. Trying to figure out exactly who the hell's who. 20 quid says Viserys is the bodyguard of Prince Rhaegar. And Aegon charged his son in a blind rage or something, and Viserys stepped in the way and just killed himself. What's the matter, Viserys? You couldn't live with the shame of having killed not only your kin, but your kin and your fucking nephew. So he's committed suicide. Wow. Almost seems to be not worth killing your fucking nephew, was it, serious, huh? And my aunt is now a widow, the Queen Mother. Yep, buy Benji the best command, military training, whatever he wants. Oh, holy crap! The Lady Paramount of the Westerlands is married to my cousin, who's a Stark. Rob's kid. Sweet Jesus. Good lord, man. Rob is going to inherit the Westerlands, or his son, more correctly, is going to inherit the Westerlands and the Riverlands. Meanwhile, in the north, however, as you saw in the last war, Benjen died, my father-in-law. And he didn't have any sons, or he did, but one of them died of thingamajig, unfortunately. Very technical terms right here today, ladies and gentlemen. But she's married to Lord Paramount Rickon Umber. And that means that Edric Umber is going to inherit the north, and the Starks are going to rule the Riverlands and the Westerlands. I can actually, because I'm married to the Stark girl, who's actually a brilliant commander. I didn't just like notice that. Because I'm married to the Stark girl, my son and heir has a strong claim on the north that we could push, but we're not going to. It's, you know, distance speaking, it's miles away from wherever the hell we want to actually be. Really. I have no idea what the hell we're doing here. She doesn't have the Targaryen hair, just noticed. I think she's inherited... She hasn't inherited Aegon's eyes, and she hasn't inherited my mother's eyes. Well, actually, she has inherited her, like, grandmother's or of eyes, I suppose. As long as they pop out kids and secure the line, I don't really mind too much. I just find it hilarious. We went through all of this to put the son of Rhaegar back onto the Iron Throne where he belonged, and then the son of Rhaegar gets killed by his own son, who was also named Rhaegar. It just seems to be a cursed name. It's kind of like Eddard for the North. To be honest, he may be better off getting trained by his mother. Because she's a brilliant commander. A poor fighter, but she's got some decent traits. So do I, but... All my brothers, by the looks of things. I mean, look. Duran had pretty much the same as me. Admittedly, I pick these hairstyles, because that's like the only default hairstyle that I usually go to. The Lord Commander of the Kingsguard has been imprisoned again, captured in battle again. So we need a new Lord Commander of the Kingsguard, I feel. But yeah, we got like the same kind of face, and then my brother here has the same kind of, you know. Keep inheriting the hair, although Ronald's got blue eyes. My guy's got blue eyes, and Duran had his mother's eyes from the Tyrells. Fucking, it's still annoying as hell that Stefan the Unready managed to do all that, as he did. I'll pay. I ain't risking my only heir. Just because of some coin, huh? But yeah, guys. This is where we'll end the series. I told you we'd do a little bit of an extra to wrap up the series ending. Just to, you know, see what happened a few years into Aegon's rule. His son rebelled against him and managed to get his uncle to kill him in single combat. His uncle later killed himself from, I imagine, the guilt. And now Aegon's son and daughter are married and ruling the Iron Throne together. Both of which are my cousins. So, you know, I suppose we've achieved our goal. Kinda. Aegon's dead, but his kids are on the Iron Throne, so I suppose that counts, right? And we've secured our line of succession through Lord Benjen and a permanent alliance with the North, which we could claim the North at some point if we wanted to, but it seems hard to govern the Stormlands and the North at the same time, if you think about it. But yeah, anyway, like I said, we're not aiming for world domination in this. Our aim was to get the Targaryens back on the throne, and we have achieved this. Although there was a bumpy fucking road. And even when they got them on the throne, they still decided to kill each other. Morons, Targaryens, all of them. So don't tell them I said that. But anyway, yes, I thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this little mini-series. Usually they last a bit longer than this, but like I said, this is just a filler series so that you can watch this while I record other stuff. So yeah, that's all for now. Thank you for watching. I'd say annotation on the top right hand side, but I never do annotations anymore. They just bore the shit out of me. They're really, really dull to do. They really are. And take quite a fucking while. Especially when you haven't made any for ages. But I'm fucking yabbering on. That's all for now, guys. Thank you for watching. Soul out.